Yes, my people. Wow, wow. Once again, welcome back to the Reggae Boys Weekly. It seemed like such a long time, honestly. But we are here once again on this Friday. And it's good to be back. Yo, Dylan, Dicanio, Wagwan.
Dylan. Man say Dylan first, bro. You first.
No, bro, I haven't seen it in a while, so it's good to be back with my brother. It's
Yeah,
been a
fam.
while. He doesn't like to be on the YouTube space with me there, so
We're there, man. We're there.
And Dicanio, that's it.
Yeah, fam. We're there, fam. We're ready for talk about football.
Professor, how are you, Professor?
I'm doing good, yeah. Here to talk about some football. People, it's such a slow start. We don't know how to imagine, but once again, people, welcome back to another edition of the Reggae Boys Weekly. If you're just joining us, do us a massive favor by hitting that like button, as it does help to get the video to your people. We're going to talk about Dujuan Richards today, as well as many other things. He's going back to Chelsea to do a surgery on his knee. He was carrying a knee injury from about 2022, and Chelsea, it is being reported that they're upset over the situation surrounding them finding out recently about this injury, and that's the reason as to why Craig Butler would have shared the text messages stating or showing that Chelsea, they're threatening to pull the contract of Dujan Richards. Dylan, on one hand, off here, we're talking about it, and he's not convinced surrounding the situation. He's stating that there's no way a big club like Chelsea could miss out on something like that. So we're going to discuss that some more. But before we get into it, let's give you guys the intro.
It's time to rise up. Stand and take your place. Rise up.
Shine like the sun.
Rise up, rise up.
Your journey has just begun. Rise up.
Yes, people, rise up. So let's start off with Dujan Richards first, right? He's heading back to England, to Chelsea, his club, to do a knee surgery. Now, big up to MG Sports TV, because MG broke the news, and MG basically reported that Dujan will be heading back to Chelsea to do a surgery on his knee. Now, Dylan and I, off here, as I stated before, we're talking about it, and Dylan is not too. He doesn't believe that Chelsea could miss out on something like that. Top six club, one of the big clubs in European football. A couple years ago they won the UEFA Champions League, and they miss out on something like that surrounding Dujan. Dylan, what do you have to say surrounding the information that is coming out from MG Sports TV?
I think my real concern with this whole issue is that I find it hard to believe that he was going to first team training. Um, I think that the initial medical he could have faked it, but it's hard for me to believe in the couple months that he has been at Chelsea that he could have faked having an injury. I think it also connects some dots with what Craig Butler has been, feeding us as the general public and us fans. Because as I was talking about in the last live, and big up if you're coming from that one, is that Craig Butler, people are always talking about the fact that you can't trust Butler. At the same time, when he gives information, everybody's jumping on it. So I think that you have to be very careful with what you believe from what you don't believe. Um, and I think that statement that he put in the screenshot with Chelsea are talking about canceling the contract, I think it was very purposeful. And it doesn't surprise me that this information is coming out right after. So I think there just always are a lot of questions that you have to ask when Mr. Butler releases any statement. But yeah, I just don't think it adds up yet, and I need more information.
So don't you think there's the possibility of like missing something in a medical? I've seen it before. Top European clubs, they've signed players before. They sign, like, for example, they sign a brilliant player off the back of a good season, and everyone is thinking that you get the same player from the club he's coming from, and there's something in the medical. He passes the medical, but they also miss something, and in hindsight, you're like, how did we miss this? So you don't think that's a possibility as well? Why is it that Craig Butler would lie to the public? I mean, surely he has a track record of lying before, but I don't think he would lie surrounding this issue. You think so? And this is a question for you, Dylan.
No, I think you will never know. I mean, I just don't understand how people trust certain information but don't trust others. If you don't feel like somebody is truthful, which is based off all of our videos and the comments, and I think Dicanio can agree with this. Anytime we talk about Butler, people have a specific word that goes along with Butler. So now the information is coming out that he might have an injury, and now people want to believe this statement. I don't think with normal thinking that will add up. To me, the information that just don't add up. But
So you're saying the info doesn't add up to you?
no,
So you're,
100%.
you're standing on the fact that you do not believe this report that is coming out from MG Sports TV that Dujan is heading back to Chelsea to undergo a surgery for his knee.
Oh no, I think it could be true that he's doing surgery, but I think when it comes on to Craig Butler's screenshot that he gave to the media, talking about they're going to rip up Dejan's contract, I think that is where I cannot trust. I think he
I
could
mean,
be
at the end of the day, Dylan, let's go at it, right? He's
Right.
not a high value player. He was not purchased for like €1 million or British pounds or whatever the case is. So he's like a scrub to Chelsea, basically. You know what I'm saying? He's easily disposable. He's not like a wonder kid or anything like that you're saying, we have to keep this player. He's not on a big contract, right? Now, I'm saying, surrounding Dujan, Chelsea would have signed him, right?
Right.
If it is the case where Craig Butler or anyone that would have been responsible for Dujan at the time did not disclose the information that there's the possibility of him having that knock or, this transpired at this moment in time, and Chelsea now finding out at this moment in time, surely they have a right to be upset. Now, as far as ripping up his contract, I think that's a bit extreme. I don't think a club would just rip up a contract like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if the player is not like a high value player, that's very, very extreme. So I think Craig Butler kind of, what's the word for that now, Dicanio? Like exaggerate.
Exaggerated.
Yeah, I think you kind of exaggerate that point, because when a club normally rips up,
They must go pay him anyway.
Huh?
Right? It's not like if the contract is legally binding for both parties.
Yeah.
So if one party decides to step out, the next party have to go compensate them in another way. So in this case, the club, which is a hiring party, if them decides they want to rip up a contract, no matter if it's a player, or a sponsorship deal or a coach, you have to pay them the entirety of that contract unless there were clauses within that contract. See? Now, even if Chelsea want to rip up them contract, Whisper has shown enough in the Premier League too, and has stamped his claim as really and truly the best player in that division, right? And him
What makes
show.
him the best player in that division? I mean,
Well, I
don't you think that's a bit extreme as well?
points and you're going to
No,
go
hold on,
on
you
a
just come
different
out
point now.
blasting. You come out blasting that he's one of the best players in that
Yeah,
division. But
he
if
is
you
one of
look
the best
across the
players in the
board,
division. The
so why
man go
didn't he
there.
make it in the Chelsea first team then? Why
Well,
didn't he make it?
that wasn't even the hold on, remember talk. That was not the point of my conversation. So if you want to talk about that after, we can talk about that. But that was not the point of my conversation, bro. So yes, the point I'm trying to make is even if the man contract get ripped, Zine, he has shown enough in his time at Chelsea. I remember that Chelsea alone did want him. Chelsea was just the best that wanted him. Newcastle did want him. Yeah, right? Butler have links of Villa. Right? So all heap of other teams in the Premier League too, and all heap of other Premier League teams would want him as well. So if Chelsea want to rip up the contract, that now will be detrimental to Whisper once him can recover and he's not a shadow of the player that he was. So as me I say, bro, the Craig Butler thing, I think that was just him just trying to get back things in line because he knows him do a foolishness, brother. Right? He know him do foolishness with Whisper and Bailey and he mismanaged the situation. And he might come out, he might take the fall. And him post a screenshot there, even though a day before a video was posted with him on Sportsmax saying that he's not going to post the screenshots, and him take up himself and post the screenshots the day after, right?
Well,
So
listen,
it's not a man of his word.
personally, keep on track. Keep on track. If you're going to be here today, just keep on track. I'm not really here to talk about what transpired on Sportsmax, whatever the case is. We're here to talk about Dujan heading back to England, heading back to Chelsea to do or to undergo surgery. And, you're on the platform with Dylan. And both of you guys think Craig Butler is lying in this situation. And I don't see
When
the
did
reason
I
as to
say
why.
that?
Bro,
No, that's
nobody
what you're
used
saying.
those
That's what you're
words.
saying.
Nobody said lying.
Little boy, bro. When we say that, I was talking specifically about the contract ripping up
No,
situation.
come. So
He's
what
wrong
do you
with
have to say about him going back to England to do a surgery? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so if that wasn't what you asked me still, but yeah, if him I go back to England and do him surgery, then him just have a surgery for do. But
But
what Dylan was
yeah, go ahead.
no man, me allow you to speak, man. Go through.
No, I wanted to take this comment.
No, you can go. Take the cup.
Raheem Coward, best player in the division. Absolutely not. You have a bunch of players in the league bouncing from Premier League first teams to PL2. Whisper didn't even get a look in the first team as yet. So what constitutes, or what do you think constitutes Whisper to be the best player last season in the PL2 division? I mean,
I didn't say he was the best player. I say he's one of the best players in that division. You see him? And he is just the way how you see this guy's a monster in against every team when he play against. You just sit down and watch those games that he has played in, and it is evident that not because I even before we spot, me used to sit down and watch literal Premier League 2 games because Arsenal did have one golden generation that come up with Omar Hutchinson, one brother named Kiddo Taylor, and wholly part of players we could have get a chance at the first team, right? That was before Arsenal was a Champions League team. So me used to watch those games regularly. Plus we did have some first team players we did have played in our Premier League 2 where I come back from injury. And me I tell you, bro, you see at that level, when me see from Dujan Richards, bro, he is not supposed to be playing there. He is a level above Premier League 2.
So where's he
now,
supposed to
hold on.
Where's he
Hold on. No, is that level above the Premier League? No. I don't think that level above that I'm talking about is the Premier League. But that does not mean that he is not still a level above the Premier League 2. And I will stand by that.
So what level is that? You have to disclose the level that you think Dujan is. If it's
It
not
is,
there.
bro. There are so many levels above. The man can go in a championship, go play. If Omar Hutchinson can play championship, Dujuan Richards can play championship football.
For which
I
team?
am
For which
certain.
team? For which team?
I am certain, bro. I don't know the championship team name right now, but I am certain. You ask me which level, and I'm telling you the level. Why you want to know the team? Do I know Stoke City? Do I know Hull City? I can't tell you the coach of those teams, but I can tell you the level that competition is in. So if you have asked me if it's a top-end championship team or a low-end championship team, I will say ask me that. But don't come ask me which specific team. Who am I to tell you which specific team?
No. I think you should tell the people on the live stream which team in the championship you think are Dujan.
Well, they're not going to get that because I don't know the teams in the
Omar,
championship like that.
If you look at a player like, say, for Omar Hutchinson before he would have moved to the championship, for the talent that Hutchinson is, there are many teams in the championship that you could have named where you could have said Omar.
And guess what? Bro, any championship team. Look at it like this. Look at it like this. Bailey Cadamarchi played for a relegation fighting team, and he is above Premier League 2, right? Omar Hutchinson played at the highest level for Arsenal at the top of Premier League 2, and he is above it. When Omar Hutchinson did in a Premier League 2, the man a dog up every week. The man make it look easy, and that is exactly how Whisper make it look. When Mr. Score him play him a score him a assist, he's literally just a monster. Down the wing, pace, everything. So as much as when I like Butler and them character and how them behave and certain things that they might do, we just talk about the raw talent that is there. I'm not talking about the person or his personality. I'm just talking about the player itself. And he is a level above the Premier League too.
So
in half a season, he's the best thing since sliced bread. But go on,
bro.
No, but hold on, Kishan. He played 9 games, scored 5 goals, and made 3 assists.
Exactly.
If you say those numbers about Marcus Rashford right now, you piss yourself, dog. So like,
bro, the man has shown his levels. Yes, he is above that league, and even before he's officially played. Remember, he unofficially played against those same teams, and every match in India scored 4-3-2. So it's not like the man just there for half a season. He did it unofficially, like what you love to talk about them, they never count. And then when he counts now and he's finally in the official league, the man still do it. So what is your point? He is.
Let me take this comment. Kevin Stewart, I honestly disagree. The only reason Whisper never get a look in the Chelsea first team are because of him Jamaican passport. That is absolute madness, and I'm calling out for that. People, we need to stop this thing about Jamaican passport, and that's the reason as to why Whisper never get into the Chelsea first team. It's BS. It is absolutely, and I think I can use bullshit on YouTube. It is absolutely bullshit. I'm not normally use them with the people, but it is bullshit. Not Augusta people. Whisper at the time was never good enough to get a look in the Chelsea first team. You get me? I say, what them they have an American passport, British passport or any other passport. I get me and say him could have a passport from Singapore we can bring go 192 countries. You see me? Him could have a passport from Sweden or Finland or bring go 190 odd country people. That nothing to do with it. The man just never good enough at the time to get a look in the Chelsea first team. It has nothing to do with having a Jamaican passport. What do you guys think about
So
that?
you're not even giving him the credit that he deserves. He
No,
should
I give Whisper
play
credit, but this
first
comment,
team.
the comment in,
When have you given him credit?
No,
We don't recall. And as what Troy Cox right here is saying, when Pressa gonna stop hate, Pressa knows say you can't help
bro,
yourself. None of us have seen you give him credit, so go ahead. This year you're on the
I've
platform.
been on
Just
live
like give
Go
him
ahead right now and give him
give
credit.
him credit.
Hold on.
Give him
I've
credit right
I've been
now.
on live streams before. Hold on.
Well, when I see that, when I
I've
see
been here
that,
before. No, hold on, man. I've been here before, and I've done live streams with you guys where I've wrote down the statistics when Whisper play, after I play, I'm say people, Whisper score, blah blah blah. This him get an assist. When the season is finished, me say Whisper had a brilliant season. Wish him the best, whatever the case is. So I've given him credit before. No,
you actually wish him the best, or you just said that for the saying it's here. So people don't really
no.
get it.
When the man said God
Pertaining to this
bless
comment,
comment
it has nothing to do with his Jamaican passport, and you guys
No,
know
I agree with
it has
that. You're
nothing
not
to
going to
with
do
his
that.
Jamaican passport. So it's not hating. How can you say that him never get a looking at the Chelsea first team because I'm Jamaican passport? How? Explain that for me, Kevin Stewart. Please explain that for me. But
no,
people,
but hold on, Pressa. You're forgetting what we're saying. If he trained with the first team, then isn't he in and around it?
no,
You
I
know,
agree.
close.
I agree.
So then what is what?
I mean, many players train with the first team. It doesn't mean that you're going to make the first team.
Hold on one sec.
You're training
Yeah,
I mean,
with
it doesn't mean that you're going to
the
make
first
the
team,
bench
that
on
means
match
you're
day,
trying to
right?
give it
no man,
exposure.
in the middle of a season, especially when that team is not in a whole lot of competitions, and they literally have a whole lot of players, and you are one of the few that they call out of the academy to come and train the first team. Then you ask something special, bro. It's just like Ethan 1 year for Arsenal. He is the only real one where them call for forward in a first team training, right? Especially mid-season.
But
Maybe what the defender about him again? The player right now from center. Yeah, Walters. Apart from that, you don't really have much.
But
Seeing the fact that he's in and around the first team training with the players, then that shows say he's a level above else and would call him for come training them in the first
no,
place.
you're correct in that sense. Rakim Coward said, brother, Chelsea don't care 0% what kind of passport you have. We have players from all over Africa. Just signed two South American youth. Have all players from Ukraine. Kevin Stewart say, man not good enough, and him a train with the first team. No, I think
what make him not good enough?
no, me not think you mean that. Like a man would I say, him not good enough, but you must say it's them train with the first team. So obviously I'm good if you train with the first team. I get me I say, I agree with that. But in terms of making the match day squad now, that's a totally different story.
Yeah, but
because
that's another step.
And let's remember as well, there were rumors in last season. I don't remember what specific game it was, but there were rumors that Pochettino loved what he was seeing from Whisper and wanted to involve him in the squad, and he was very, very close. And those rumors came from a very credible source in the middle of the season. I don't remember the source, but it was someone who, just like how we have Charles Watts for goal, it was somebody like that for the Chelsea precedent, right? So, yeah, bro, he was very near to getting a spot in the first team. Or in the first team squad.
Yo, football guru, no football, you know. Bro,
Whisper get dominated for player of the month, and him been a perform better than Tyreek George and David Washington. Them call up, but not Whisper. Why?
So why you skip football guru comment? Hold on, bro. Just show the man I disagree with you. Yo, read that, Dylan. Read that. Why you skip
it's
it?
like men against boys. The league is too easy for Richards. He should be playing Belgium, Austria, or leagues like those.
Even them league, yeah, bro. If you are playing our first in our top flight league. I don't know what level that is, but he's supposed to be in our top flight.
I think talk about first.
Voilà.
Yeah. Get Peter on.
It's me
Peter,
again,
pick up
man.
yourself, the man from Nottingham Forest, people. This is the only Jamaican fan that we know that supports Nottingham Forest, and it is the only. I think it's the true red club. You know.
Yes, you're the true red. I mean, no Gunners can't say nothing because let me see now. Forest win 3 European title. I mean, 2 European titles. How much? How much?
Arsenal has
How much?
one.
How much Arsenal win?
One title.
One man.
One.
One.
One Euro.
Why? You don't feel ashamed?
No, not yet. Not yet.
No,
Anyway.
proud story, man.
Anyway, let me tell you what I think about. You see the situation what Butler mentioned about Whisper.
Peter, by the way,
Indeed.
before you get into that, right? I don't really
Yes.
want to talk about Butler per se, but may I give the opportunity? But I also want you to touch on the fact that it is being reported by MG Sports TV that Whisper is heading back to England to undergo surgery on his knee. So you can touch on that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so go ahead. You can touch on both.
Yes.
So go ahead.
All right. In reference to, remember when, Butler State say him Whisper, it look like him may be losing his contract.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, me tell you, Butler don't tell the truth, and this is my personal belief. Because think about it. It's not more than based upon all the spotlight, be all the flash bulbs and spotlight upon Butler, causing havoc. And this is when it comes to English football, especially the Englishman, them not like they're not whole heap of mix up. And that is why, think about it. What Butler do afterwards? Butler try to come up with a statement trying to distance both Whisper and Bailey away from public critique.
But Peter, who none of it mix up like the Englishman them? If you look at the tabloids and the newspapers, print media in England, that's what they live for, you know.
Yeah,
Talk about like the reporter.
I'm talking like the chairman of the board and them thing.
The club
Them
itself.
don't like them sort of business. You understand? Because you have to add 1 and 1 which come to 2. Because the fact of the matter, Butler just love the spotlight. Him all have granny. I interview him. That's a joke, you know. That's just to show you. But the reason I believe personally is just the fact that I'm sure I'd have bet anything on it. Say the club reach out to Butler and tell him, listen, if you don't stop watching your shenanigans, this is why we're going to just drop him because we can't deal with them sort of news. Because remember, you know, but Bailey already out there. Chelsea no want that mix up with for them player. So what Butler do? Him try blame it for now the FA. When you really think about it, him never really give a reason.
But Peter, right?
Yeah.
For a player like Whisper,
Yeah.
Whisper is only known in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of Jamaicans regard Whisper as a wonder kid. So whatever noise is being made surrounding him in Jamaica, how does it affect Chelsea? I mean, surely it doesn't bring mix up to Chelsea.
Okay. But you see, remember when Bailey didn't make film comment? You know, say it reached far and wide because even Mbappe came out and made a statement that it should be a privilege. A person should count it a privilege to represent them country. And that's based upon Bailey's interview.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact is, it's out there. And then after that first initial interview, it's like every day, Butler out there still called making whole heap of noise. You understand? And because they want to be seen. I don't know if a small man syndrome or what him suffer from. You understand? But it's a thing where him just want to be heard. And I believe because of that, the fact that it's all over England what was taking place with Bailey, Chelsea just don't want that sort of thing hitting for them team.
But the way I see it, the way I analyze the situation, he did perform well last season, right? Because him going he did. Him take a little time to acclimatize, however he did. And I'm thinking to myself, it is a bit extreme for Chelsea to threaten his contract, that they would rip up his contract. That's extreme.
Well, I mean, it would be an extreme. Maybe it's just a idle threat on their part.
Do you think
But
it's true what Craig Butler said? I
What's
think that's
that?
the point we're trying to ask you. Do
But-
you
but-
think it's true
Yes,
what Craig
it is true in terms of they wanting to pull the contract. But the reason behind it, him never really disclosed. We're,
But Peter, surrounding the reason, right?
Mhm.
Surrounding the reason. MG Sports TV, big up to MG once again. He reported that he's heading back to England, Whisper, right, to do a
Yeah.
surgery. Now, the injury that Whisper has, it was from 2022 when he was with the
Yeah.
under 20 camp. So he was out for the under 20 camp at that time,
Yeah.
2022, right?
Yeah,
Now, at that time, Whisper would have probably played schoolboy football and still there with Phoenix Academy, right?
yes, yeah.
So if they were supposed to do a surgery at that time, it would probably threaten his position at this moment in time in terms of probably money there at Chelsea. You get me? I say, because you don't know
Yeah,
how the
real
surgery
talk.
at that time would have affected him, if it would have like derailed him trajectory or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So he continuously played through that injury. And it is being reported once again that it's up until recently Chelsea found out and they're upset. So could it be that due to the fact that Chelsea never know and know that I'm find out and them upset, that would be the reason as to why they're threatening to pull his contract? And
Well,
before
well, I mean,
before I answer, Dylan
Yeah.
is stating that it is impossible for a big club like Chelsea doing a medical to miss out on something like that. So what you have to say in regards to that?
no, well, I agree with that in terms of a big club like when you are going to sign somebody to some serious money, you know, you're going to do a complete physical in terms of all the possible injuries, foot injury, knee injury, neck injury, whatever, you know, body, all over your body. You understand? Whereas them already check all of that already. You understand? And if there was something wrong, they would have found out. They would have found out. Think about it logically. Because remember, you know, these clubs is spending billions of dollars into it when you combine everything. They're spending billions, right? So
One
you
second,
think
Peter,
that,
let me just address something.
Eh.
Young Kings, big up yourself. Just clear up this to me, Young Kings. What is speculation? The report by MG Sport is not speculation. It's coming directly from the source. I think it matter about the medical, but big up yourself, Young Kings. Go ahead, Peter.
yeah. So so is that thing where I cannot see. I certainly cannot see where Chelsea putting him through all the physical and what have you. And not only just physical, but you know, testing and couldn't find it. Them find it just now. That don't make no
It's
sense.
hard to believe as well because guess what? We see Titi go through medicals every transfer window and couldn't get a transfer. After waiting
Yes.
him to have a transfer to try to get a club. Why? Because them pick up on something. Right? And I'm sure him knows him did have that and him just did a praise to the new club you're taking. We've seen Nabil Fekir, right? When him did forget the move, go to Liverpool. That's for
Yes.
that job because of a medical, right? We've seen so many failed medicals. And clubs, especially at the very top level, any Premier League club, it doesn't even have to be a top 6 club, any Premier League club, and money they must spend. And look what we see what they with the money with them what go on with they had lose points because of transfer signings and all them things there. No club no have here, especially Chelsea. You know the situation Chelsea is in right now, them broke like dog. See? Them are try find ways for get out of this FFP. So them are gonna make sure even though we spend it on the most amount, every mickle make a muckle. Chelsea literally charge people £5 for watch a youth football game. And for Arsenal that free. But I'm go for Arsenal team for watch a youth football game. Once it's at home, may I watch that for free, bro. So the fact said Chelsea are charging money for watch youth football, that show how desperate they are. So I just can't understand how them would make something like that possible in a medical.
So there's a different reason. So there must be a different reason as to why they're threatening to rip up his contract.
Some feel.
Yeah.
But
If it's true, because I don't think the ripping up the contract thing is true. Me personally.
Can't be true.
We got as far as that. I believe he has an injury. I believe he has a surgery to do, but I don't believe there's no ripping up of my contract. I don't believe.
That is why I say it may sound far. I think they made a statement, but it was a bluff because of Butler being out there in the media. Because I want you to remember this: after Butler came out and him separate himself, maybe I remember him come out with a statement separating Whisper and Bailey from himself to say this is all coming from him. Then you're not about no contract dispute are ready for this for rip up contract. Think about it. Because Butler's a liar, we all know it. Because we hear him mix up every week. If him do 3 different programs in a one day, him say 3 different things. You understand? I don't believe him, and I believe that's what really happened. You understand? Because it's just too much of a coincidence. After he came out and he separated himself from the players, things turn around with Chelsea. Because guess what? Butler not smart enough. And him arrogant, him too arrogant. You understand? It's got to be a reason why he did it. Why him separate them, the players from him. Because all throughout, it was all included. Unless Bailey now come back till this, till that. You understand? No, man. Butler's a liar, man. It's all because of Butler, big mouth, and chat too much, and have incorporate his signings, both Whisper and Bailey. You understand? Into the public eye. Butler is a chop. Butler me can't think there, Anyway, another thing, pressure.
Yeah.
Me hear you okay. Me hear you hard pan Michail Antonio.
No, me never come in for Michail Antonio.
No, me know. Me not talk this episode.
Oh.
Every episode before this. Yes.
Yo, watching the people before you go on again. You gotta hear this episode to look on the title. And even make the title, is Michail Antonio a scrub?
Yeah, that's why me call.
Peter, make we jump in.
Go through, man. Go through.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Canada game. Who was the starters in the Canada game?
Let me pull it up there, Peter.
Go back and pull it.
Michail Antonio start that game along with Bowser. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Hold on. Yeah. So no, Antonio never did dead here the period, man.
He never did in the Canada game?
No, he did injured. He never did that period.
Which
Remember,
one?
say him get injured in the first match. Him come off with an injury in the first match when we play at home.
Oh, right. He got injured and he was out.
Yeah. So he play 4-4-2 with Boza and Bailey. Up top with Bobby Reed and Demarai Gray on the wings. Latimer and Johnson in midfield.
Okay. Well, but me personally, him is not no scrub. You understand? And I think him deserve the start.
No,
and
not scrub in general. Like, you see a scrub for the Reggae Boyz. He's not performing for the team. He's not scoring goals. And I think that's what we need. We need somebody to score goals for the team. And even if he's not like scoring goals, his overall performance for the team so far, it's not good.
But Michail Antonio is not clinical.
There's a big debate surrounding there's a big debate surrounding who should start in tomorrow's game. And for me, I have to go with Shamar Nicholson because he's scoring goals for the team. He's the goal scorer. He has been the saving light, the Lord and Savior for this team. No offense to anybody that's religious, right? But yeah, that's the situation surrounding both of the players. And for me, Michail Antonio just have to hold the bench.
But against Mexico, Mexico is a smaller team.
No,
and to me, you need somebody up there.
Peter, Mexico is top 15,
Mexico.
No, what I mean in terms of physical, in terms of size.
Oh.
In terms of size, the players then. You need somebody physical there beating up the defense.
Yeah.
And for that reason, for cause havoc in the defense. For that reason, why I believe, say, for start Michail Antonio. Let's say that now work. Then you can always sub him out.
Yeah.
You understand? We need to go in with a strategy. You understand? To this, because, but I'm like, think about it. When the Mexicans watch the tape, you know who them seeing? Them say Shamar Nicholson. And I can guarantee you them preparing for the match against Shamar, facing up with Shamar Nicholson. That is why I say bring in Nicholson, make him beat them and bully them and intimidate them. And with Cephas on one side and the great, the Marai Great on the other side, causing havoc. I believe it would throw Mexico off defensively and give us a better or a great opportunity to start the game hot in a positive light and probably pull out a score. That's just my take.
All right, then, Peter. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Anyway, blessings. Anyway, I'm just going to give one prediction. Jamaica 3, Mexico 1. Remember, well, no, I forget the goalie. I forget the goalie inside there. Mexico 2.
Yeah.
So who
Forget the goalie not there.
Who's going to score?
Eh? Who going to score?
Yeah.
You see the man right great? I'm hungry. Cephas, I don't see Cephas scoring. Cephas cause havoc with him speed. But it's like him try to rush the shots them. You understand?
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, I believe if Michail Antonio start, him going bust him down. Don't believe that Michail Antonio not hearing the criticism from especially Jamaican YouTubers. Me not call on a name.
Call him.
Antonio is used to the criticism by now.
You know, yeah, but we don't know, say, mentally, him look like him can't really deal with too much criticism. You understand? Yeah, you starting from this.
Man just go through him divorce and thing that. He's off by money, bro.
Yeah, man. Chop pressure, man. Chop. You carry me with you. You know? But, you know, the Reggae Boyz then really pull it through because it would be great for Jamaica and it would be a great motivation for carry us through to the second round. You understand? But, I mean, irrespective of what, we have a solid defense. Again, the goal I'm afraid of, boss.
But both goalkeepers are out 4 teams as well. Ochoa hasn't been selected and Andre Blake is injured. So both goalkeepers will be highlighted in this game, right? I don't think the backup Mexican goalkeeper has experience at the highest level. And I don't think Jamali Wade has experience at the highest level. So it will be a very interesting game. You guys can all go ahead and check out the preview that I did as well, highlighting the weakness in the goalkeeper area for both teams.
Yeah, but let me ask, the guy who is behind weight, how is he? I don't know much about him.
The one behind weight is I think a Pleasant keeper, Cavalier keeper. Yeah, Pleasant keeper, Shaquan Davis. And then you also have the Boyce Clark, youngster. Yeah. The rest of the goalkeeper. Yeah,
all
so
right,
unless
Davis,
you put a midfield keeper in it.
How Davis look at Mount Pleasant?
He not look bad. He not look bad, but that a Mount Pleasant, a Copa America, this, you know. Yeah, play against class keepers, you know. So
all right.
It's hard to judge. It's hard to judge the level. It's hard to judge if him can step up to that level. It's very hard to judge.
All right. You remember Barrett? Where him start?
Mobile United.
Where?
Which club him officially starting career? Which club?
Yes. No. which team in Jamaica used to play?
Mobile United. Jackie Mina Barrett.
Talent is talent, boss. Talent is talent. You understand? And bottom line is this: weight ain't the answer. Point blank. Period.
I agree with that.
Me rather them bring in the Mount Pleasant goalie.
Mm.
You understand? And
And that's
lose
what
the game.
I like with this coach either, you know. Him operate the team like a ranks. Like it's
Yeah.
a club thing. And I don't like coaches that do that. I see Garrett Southgate that do the same thing as well with England. You know, operate country football like ranks. Like
true.
it's a club football thing, yeah. Zine, I don't like that. Not because Jamal Wade day in our system for longer means if Blake out, him have to be the backup. Zine, because I do have faith in a Jamal Wade. First of all, I even like my keeper so short.
Yes,
Zine,
me too. Me no.
him imposing, him now have a claim in box. I don't
Yes.
like that. And Copa America cross, you're going to see a coming left, right, and center from every different
Yes.
angle. And one of my goalkeeper can come out and claim them there. And him look like him easy to be bullied in at the goal. So that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I'm gonna like. Yeah, Wait is a good goalkeeper that plays in the USL Grogu. But with a good goalkeeper, more of them man they play against Dominica. I know what them man they play on Copa, if you get what I say.
Yeah,
And
man.
even against Dominica, him still never impress. So
No, he didn't.
what does that go
True.
to show about the future with him playing in the Copa?
With him. The fact of the man, we can't beat Mexico with him in a goal. Period. I can't see it.
True, but
I can't see it.
But to me, feel like we're not overreact still. That's my personal opinion.
Come on, bro.
No, listen, him have a one bad game.
No.
It was before the bad game pressure.
No,
Remember, man, before him play, before even qualifiers, when we hear say Blake out, I said it. Remember, I make a video. I said we are doomed.
Yeah, but
Because,
this
bro,
is where the squad depth is tested. Give the man a chance in Copa America.
Bro,
and
we
I'm
have
sure
seen
he
it.
will
We have seen Jamal Wade play, you know.
go on like say, when make it seem like some Andrew Nana footballing player recently, when make it seem like
Bro,
some David De
we
Gea
have
and
seen
last
Jamal
time
Wade play before. Sounding like someone don't know the man. I see
Bro.
a long time I watch Jamal Wade, bro. Sounding like someone just make up.
But listen. Peter, big up yourself.
Yeah.
I'll go move on, guys. Dicanio, he's being delusional right now.
No. The man, I talk true, man. Then why you want to give Wade the opportunity in a Copa? Why not give the Mount Pleasant keeper the opportunity?
No, it's continuity. Wait is a
Bro,
healthy.
it's you have to be held responsible. He had a shocker against a 150th position team. He had a shocker. He had a poor game against ranked 150th. Come on, brother.
Do me a favor. Increase Prozac dosage because he need the medication. Anyway, no disrespect. Bless up, gentlemen. Guidance here.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
One second. Hold on before you go forward. Peter just made a point saying that we can't beat Mexico with Jamal Wade in goal. And he made a point. We have played Mexico before. That match we draw 2-2 a Mexico yard. And Jamal Wade did deny goal.
Let me tell you this. It is not goalkeeping errors as to why Mexico beat us even recently. It is not goalkeeping errors.
No, fam, but his goalkeeping errors make Dominican Republic nearly come salvage 3 points, though.
That was just a poor performance in general. Well, let me tell you.
Yeah, it was a poor performance in general. Yes, Boza could have scored goals at the end of the day if you score 3 goals. Yeah, against Dominican Republic. You're supposed to win the game comfortably, though.
But let me
not
take some
Dominican Republic, Dominica. You're supposed to win the game comfortably, though.
Yeah, but take that up with Coach
When you have a goalkeeper like Jamal waiting on your goal, we have to be a madness and run out when not claim the ball, then you're going to lose comfortably, though.
Why are you arguing with me over my point? I do not select the team. Take that up with Coach Chamir. Take that up with
no, but yeah, depending.
Hold on. Let me call him.
But let me just take some more comments. Let me take some older comments from Kevin Star. Big up yourself. Him say, you know that if Chelsea, basically, you know, the comment people must say because of the flossing and the partying as to why Chelsea would have upset. But that's just foolishness. Like, players are allowed to party, players are allowed to floss. So I don't think that's the reason as to why. I just feel like it's a different reason. The fact that Craig Butler mentioned that it can't be the medical thing, because as Dylan say, our Dicanio big clubs do not miss out on these type of stuff in terms of the medicals. But once again, people, before we go forward, As I stated before, MG Sport TV has reported that Whisper is headed back to England to undergo a surgery on his knee. The injury, he had it from 2022. He missed out on the under-20 thing, and I think it was the under-20 championship at the time. And he was playing with that injury for a long period of time, and now he's heading back to England to do surgery. Now, I'm kind of want to get to the Michail Antonio.
One sec. I could just do this commercial break now, fam. Guys, 142 of you guys are here, so want to hit the subscribe button. If you guys are new, go ahead right now and hit that subscribe button. Kishan, how many likes you have on your channel?
Not sure, but people, once again, please.
Guys, we need to get the likes up. Get the likes up. Here's 41 likes on the Gunners channel, and I'm getting the similar amount on 433 Pressers channel. Let's
probably
get
the people don't like me that much. So.
Video. If you can't say people don't like him, but yeah, guys, get the likes up on the video. 95 of you guys watching on my channel, and around 70 plus of you guys watching on Pressers channel. Go ahead right now, subscribe, like. If you want to support us, you can send us a super chat. And yeah, the link will be in the comment section for you guys to call in. All right?
Weren't you supposed to do a giveaway today? Judge you.
No, man, you tell me for all off on the giveaway. So yeah, guys, we have a giveaway tomorrow. We are going to be doing, well, we're not confirm as it, but we are going to do a watch along. Mike do a watch along. So we're going to just get some credit, and we're going to do a credit giveaway. Right? We're going to give around 10 credit, Zine, and just give back to you guys. So yeah, we're going to have a credit giveaway if we go live tomorrow. If we don't go live tomorrow, then we're gonna have the credit giveaway on Sunday. So you guys can come and yeah, you guys can forward and just this is just us giving you guys back something, isn't it? So
yo,
we got
let me just take some comments here, man. Can't drop the link in the comment section again. Chris Campbell said Antonio is Jamaica's Lukaku. No, Lukaku. Lukaku. One pick up yourself. Dav Cam him say, if I was him, I would connect with a new agency in Europe and drop Butler and his foolishness.
Can't do that.
I could see if I have no new comments. Young Kings, pick up yourself. Antonio doesn't have legs to play 90 minutes. Neither to press. I definitely agree. Jeremy Swebe, big up yourself. Demara, Shemar, and Cephas up front. Mexico goalkeeper inexperience. Kimoy Newton. All who have beat Antonio are either me I beat Antonio. How am I an idiot? Because Antonio is a striker and he's not scoring goals for the national team. And as a striker, it's not like Antonio is a Giroud in 2018. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So me prefer we start Shamar Nicholson over Antonio. This man said Antonio passing prime. And I was even watching back the game against Mexico in the Gold Cup. And Antonio in that game did nothing. You know? He didn't hold up the ball well. The passes into his feet, no form of control to bring other players into the game. Same thing against Dominican Republic at the National Stadium. A man say, come in like Lukaku. Lukaku. Antonio can remember Lukaku, we don't play. At the National Stadium, it's like a man say, it's almost like a man with a drench, Michail Antonio, and him just heavy brother. You know, like him wearing with a Timberland boot. It's me like the man just look heavy brother. So I mean, Antonio definitely have to step up in game. People are 2 years now since someone scored a goal for the country. That's something like so. 2 years or over a year and a half. So Antonio, in this Copa America tournament, he has to step up.
Bro, man, I stayed in goals them for the big level, bro.
Exactly.
And I see it, bro. The whole world I watch Copa, bro. You think that's some magic thing, you? The whole world I watch Copa, man. I see what the goal them for Copa. I'm here.
And that's called delusion.
It's a school, fam.
So who is delusional in this sense? Me?
No, Dicanio, bro. Dicanio.
That's cool. Bro, the man scored 2 goals in the tournament. You give me how much? 50 USD.
Smurf say we have to back Antonio like we did.
How much do I get if he doesn't score 2?
You get 0, brother.
We have to back Antonio like we did when Nicholson was going through his rough path. Fair enough. But I'm believe we've been at back Antonio for a very long time.
Hold on, we have a viewer from Argentina.
Nah, Errol, dog. Yo, big up yourself, Errol. 143-year-old.
Najee one then said, big up yourself. We need midfielders so we can see the best of Michail Antonio. What do you think about that? You think we need
that is stating the obvious, but big up for the comments. we need midfielders so that we can progress in football. Coach Emerald Hallgrimson has spoken about it so many times. We have no midfield. And when he dropped DJ, I never understand. So
Come
yeah,
on, man. Stop being delusional, brother. You and Dicanio go do video recently and you talk say how only not understand why Daniel Johnson get dropped. The man performed poorly against Dominican Republic.
No, hold on,
no,
hold
but
on.
numbers.
Listen to me, one sec. Let me address that. Because I saw that comment in the comment section as well. Now, my point was we put Leon Bailey's name on the list,
Exactly.
which means that's a wasted spot. Now, even if Daniel Johnson not playing football, he's still an experienced head. Right? That was my point. My point was not the fact that he didn't make it. My point was paired with the fact that we wasted a spot in the national team by putting Leon Bailey in the squad and now him now go there and we can't replace that spot because he is not injured. That was my point. So you're not going to take piece of my point and come put piece side on the platform. Make sure you put the whole of the point on the platform. And don't misconstrue my words, Presser. All right.
Yo, people, we all can agree that Daniel Johnson deserved to get dropped from the selection, right?
No, he can't get to be dropped over somewhere that has a party.
Exactly.
Yeah, but at the time, I didn't want to talk about Bailey, but at the time, Hallgrimson, the man fouled out and the man said, yo, Bailey, I got dead for the second and third game. So obviously the man did get guarantees, but the man never knows the teams. The man never knows the teams that make a use.
No, you cannot do that, bro. You cannot call somebody that they're going to play for the Reggae Boyz as a little side thing, as a little fun game, and drop somebody out of the midfield. If I have one midfield injury, then what? Who are we playing there?
And the point wasn't only Daniel Johnson. I did say Daniel Johnson or John Russell. John Russell is fit. But see, man, I do Muay Thai and the man the Thailand, I do Muay Thai training and Jamaica Copa America play. And you tell, bro, don't come tell me no fools some years, brother. Of course, we could have picked one more midfielder in the spot there, brother. You look on the midfield look thin. Alex Marshall is not even that type of midfielder either. And him now go play. So what's the point? Of course, you could have get a more experienced head night, brother. Or get a more physically imposing player like John Russell in the team. What you tell me, brother?
All right. Kim on you can say 4-3-3 pressure. Messi say you need your test glasses from where they. If the player don't score, you beat him. What about his assist and how he attracts defenders? Why don't you beat Cephas? Well, Cephas has actually been productive in the last 2 games, right? Now, as it pertains to Michail Antonio, he's not assisting that much. And really and truly, is Michail Antonio being that physical presence to disrupt defenders? Have we seen that since recently? No, we have not seen that.
Presser drop out.
I Presser drop out, man. You see, he be a fool. She see my chat, bro. He think just kick him off, brother. Let me see if he's on this one. Hold on, I'm forward back, guys. 1 sec, let me get him back on. Yo, bad man, the man them say I be a fool in his share talk, brother. That's how you get kicked.
Michail Antonio just we not can agree upon that, people. When last Michail Antonio in general have a good game for the Reggae Boyz team? Let's all be honest. Be honest, man. Be honest. Whether he must score a goal or not, his overall gameplay for the national team, has it been good? Has his contributions in recent times been good for the national team? Answer that for me in the comment section, people. Antonio,
So what are you saying?
as well. I'm saying start Nicholson over him because Nicholson is scoring goals.
Why not the both of them?
Yeah, why not?
Why not the both of them? What you have to say about the 2 of them starting?
Because who else would start? Who is your front 3, Presser? That's what we want to know.
That's if we play a front 3.
If we play a front 3, we go with Bobby Reid, Demar Gray, and Nicholson.
If we play 2 at the top with a Cam, who you want?
Well, you have to be Antonio and Nicholson.
Bobby Reid could have played the Cam. But the thing is, we didn't even know if Demar Gray go fit because he did an interview with JFF Live. Big up yourself, Simon Preston. Zine. And him basically say, like, him still not fully fit, right? He must say him hope him can be a starter for that game. But Demar Gray is still a doubt as it relates to starting and going full pelt. So it's not only a dilemma if we could play 2 up top or where we go, because I'm pretty sure we're going to play 3 at the back in this competition. We are not going to go into Copa America and play 4-4-2. We are not doing it. Anytime we play against big teams, we tend to convert to that 3 at the back. So it's going to be a very interesting thing to see how the lineup is going to be at the top end of the pitch. But I think we'll have it secured in terms of like the back line, but the top end, whether it's going to be at front three or that dynamic is up for debate.
All right, Omar transition over to his coach, Jaime Hallgrimson, and the expectations for this Reggae Boyz team, right? Because I watched the Canada game last night, and Canada just get Jesse March, and I feel like Canada, they put down a brilliant performance last night. No, Dylan, you obviously never watched the game, but may I tell you, Canada, they did
I
play
watched
well.
part of the game. I just couldn't watch all of it.
All right, but Canada, to me, they did play well across the 90 minutes. They just couldn't score, right? Now, my question to you is, in terms of the Reggae Boyz heading into this tournament, looking at a team like Canada, before the tournament start, people that say, yo, the CONCACAF team, they might get beat up, rare. I believe like a team like Canada, Mexico, Panama, and Canada, Mexico, Panama, USA. I believe these respective teams and the others, they will hold their own in terms of like performances, right? No, they're not going to Copa America. But what is your expectation of this Reggae Boyz team heading into Copa? We have our game tomorrow.
I couldn't say it's actually very high, honestly. I don't think they've had the time to train and bed in a way that I believe that it will be a good indication of what is to come. If we stick with Coach Hammer Hallgrimson, because he needs more time. I think the team has been very uncertain. I think that's the one thing. So I just want us to be defensively sound. If I have to go, have 2 banks of 4 and play low block like Everton, then do what needs to be done. But I just have to trust the coach's judgment as we transition into trying to get more footballing culture. And I just want us to have a good display at Copa. That's really my expectation. I don't really expect to come out to the group stage, but at the end of the day, we're Jamaica, so anything is possible. And I'd love for us to just put on the best show that we can possible. But I don't really see where the goals is coming from. I don't know, because if you have no midfield, that means no goals. That means you have no defense. So I don't know.
Yeah, guys, read this comment, dog. Any good, baby steps. Let's try and get our first Copa America goal. So that is the ambition. Jamaica scored their first goal in the Copa America after 3 tries in the new millennia. Yo, Johnny, dog. That is the
But let me just say this, right? Chelsea, big up yourself. Drop him and stop use to striker. Even against Dominican Republic, he was asked the question and he said they must get used to the system. But see, Nicholson and Antonio just not complement each other. But Akil Gardner said Presser obviously don't know anything about football. So because Mr. Antonio does not score goals for the national team and he's not performing for the national team, means he don't know football. All right, then. Respect your comments still. But yeah, people, Dylan is going to head out. So Dylan, big up yourself.
All right, later, people.
Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe later.
Yeah.
First
So,
time I didn't say cricket you watch, not football, bro.
no, but people, Antonio not perform for the country. And people, let me tell you this. You see, I do not indulge in mediocrity. And I believe Antonio for the national team is very mediocre in his performances. Come on, people. You think Antonio, come on. You can't get away with these types of performances at other respective countries. You get me? I say, Kimoy Newton said, person must think of cricket this a football, bro. Well, he needs to step up in his performance for the country. That's all I say. Drop the link in the comment section again. Yo, by the way, Kimoy, why not click the link and join the live stream? Take some more comments. Akil Gardner says not getting the chances. All right, other than the chances, his overall gameplay for the team, is it good? That me I talk about. Take what the chances where Antonio now get, right? His overall gameplay, is it good
But
for the national team?
but you contradict yourself here because you just say you're business boy strikers overall gameplay. You just want them to score. You've said that on multiple occasions. You say your striker needs to score goals. So why
No,
when
but at least if him not score goals, we expect that his overall performance must be good as well.
no, you contradict yourself here
How
because
is that
you
contradicting
yourself
yourself?
say no. You yourself self and say on many occasions say you don't want your strikers to be a fat trap bully. You want your strikers to score goals.
I did say
Yes,
that.
sir. Yeah.
But
So
all
you
I'm
can
saying
come back one
is,
and say,
but
all right,
look,
no, hold on, you can't come back no one and say, all right,
but
if
hold
him
on,
can't
look on
score,
Rashford
then
side
make
of
him be
things.
a fat trap bully.
But
You
look at
can't say
Rasmus.
that.
Look at Rasmus Holland for United. Before Rasmus Holland he started score for United, I could have seen something in the youth. Like there was something within him. Like him
Because
that
he's
play
a
look a
youth,
bit.
I want to see something.
Hold
Let me
on,
ask you, if Manchester United brought in an experienced striker that was playing the way how he was playing before he started scoring goals, though you'd have a different impression. Though you'd have a different opinion.
You would have a different opinion
Exactly.
surrounding
So
that.
it's just because him is a youth, and that with football fans. When you have a youth, you always want to see what is this. So it's all about perception. It's all about context. Just think about it.
Let me ask you this. What is the role of a striker? Akil Gardner said Antonio is the best striker we have now, bro. I disagree. Shamar Nicholson for the national team is the best striker that we
I
have
agree.
for the national team. A
I
striker is supposed to score goals, and that's the be-all and end-all of a
It
striker.
also depends on a system.
Well, it depends on
Giroud
the
never
system,
scored
but
a
for team
goal
like-
for France.
But
Giroud
for-
never scored a goal for France in their
But
World
hold
Cup
on, hold on,
run.
for a team like
But he
Jamaica-
was the damn key to that team winning the World Cup.
Okay, but for a
So we
team
have to
like
see about
Jamaica,
that.
in terms of France can get away with that because you have players like
Similar.
Arabia, you have players like Kylian Mbappe,
See there,
Dembele.
Akil Gardner with the same comment.
Hold on a bad man. France have players like the Mbappe and the Dembele and all those type of players. You get me? I say, in terms of what the Reggae Boys have, we need players that can score goals, whether it's from the wide areas or from central. And if you're talking about central, other from the midfielders who now go score, it has to come down to the striker. That's where we need our goals
One
from.
sec now.
It is simple
One
as
sec.
that. So now give me both France and what France do. France
Hold
is
on,
a
but guess
different
what?
team.
We haven't seen when last you see Damara Gray play with Michail Antonio. That's my question to you now. Because you bring up the players then. A long time when I see Damara Gray play against Michail Antonio, you know, and the small little games in that we saw Damara Gray and Michail Antonio play together. Michail Antonio had a brilliant game. Now, what does that have to say to the level of the other players and we are coming in? The C-Fasces playing, well, not so much Bobby Decard over Reed, but playing him on the wing. That a take away from Antonio's game because Bobby Reed now go attack the line, him now go attack the space. And C-Fass is good, but C-Fass just not have the tight space technical ability there as yet. See, a lot of fun say have potential and he might get it, but right now he doesn't have it. So is that affecting Antonio's game in general? And I believe it is. If when you put in a Damara Gray and a Leon Bailey, that change the dynamic of that front three, and that gets the absolute best out of a Michail Antonio and out of both white players. So you have to look into it into retrospect. Don't you think so?
No, Akil Gardner said France won the World Cup without Giroud taking a shot on target. People, once again, France have players like Mbappe and then people that like, I don't want to hear about France and Giroud like that different. That's a different caliber team.
But that me just
say,
explain to
the
you, bro.
emphasis-
Michail
listen,
Antonio has not been playing with
the
top
emphasis-
quality wingers.
the emphasis on goals for France does not come down to the number 9, right? The goals are being shared, especially with the wide players that they have and players like Antoine Griezmann who can play, etc. What?
Yeah, prove my point.
No, but they're more prolific than our players.
Exactly, but no, hold on. The point
how much
you're not
more
listening, you
about
know.
yourself?
That's why people have for this more, you know, because you're not listening, dog. I literally just said the same thing where I said with France. Listen to me. Now. You see the same thing where I said with France, with them having the winger scoring. I just made that exact same point with Damara Gray when he's playing with Michail Antonio. Because remember, you know, we used to play a front three of Bailey, Antonio, and Gray, especially when Boza wasn't on form. Remember, say, one year Boza come back in our team, especially that Canada game, you know, and really a start games, you know. Before that, it was Gray, Antonio, and Bailey. And that front three was dynamic. That front three was performing. And Antonio did get stats. It's since Bailey come out of the team and Damara Gray come out of the team as well. Because remember, Damara, since the 2024 year, we have not seen Damara Gray and Antonio play football together. Zine. So if you not see them two, they play football together and there's no Leon Bailey, you can't expect to get the best out of Antonio if you are playing with that Bobby Decard over Reed on the right and C-Fass on the left. When Bobby Decard over Reed cannot attack space like Leon Bailey can attack space. And Damara Gray is not on the field. We can take and dribble and beat a player 1v1. C-Fass have to attack space. Zine, that's the reason why we have to come off in the Dominica game. So you not think, bro, it's evidence, you just hate the man. You know,
Yo,
analyze.
me no know how people indulge. Me no know how you indulge in mediocrity. It is simple. The man is not scoring goals for the national team. His overall game is also not good for the national team. So take away the chances he's not getting in terms of his hold-up play,
Alright.
etc. Well, I know in terms of his hold-up play, etc., and bringing other players into the game, I've not seen that in recent times. I mean, even watch about the game against Mexico in the Gold Cup, where Michail Antonio had a bad game as well. We play a couple balls to him. He couldn't get the ball under control. He wasn't bringing the wide players into the game. Come on, people, like. I do
Bro,
not care
how
about.
is he going to bring white players into the game that don't
Listen. I do not
don't
care
make
about.
runs?
I do not care about Michail Antonio at West Ham. I care about the Michail Antonio that's playing for the national team.
Bro, if
And
you
I
not have
need
a
to see.
winger where you go make runs, you go hold the ball and play to them strengths.
Brother,
If you have the right way where you tuck in and friggin' wing backs when really touch the line to make up that space, how are you going to create? How are you going to really be that influential on a team? That's why you need to be analytical. Look at the players who he has been partnering with in this national team since the start of 2024. Nations League, look at the matches specific and stop talking off at the top of your head. Nations League, go on one day, he was not in the squad, he was injured. Demarai Gray was here, but guess what? He out because of what? Red card suspension. So we have not seen, you see, before 2024, the dynamic with Antonio, Leon Bailey, and Gray was perfect. It was brilliant. We were getting goals. Even though Bailey never did score, he was getting chances to score. Demarai Gray was scoring and he was assisting. Antonio was scoring and he was assisting. It has been since both of those white players have come out of the team and Michail Antonio has had to switch up his system. We have to play with Antonio and Boza. And remember, them never did a play together. And if Antonio sacrificing himself to allow Boza to score is helping us, then that is just how the team adapt. So you have to give the man props, brother.
Aki guy that's a person. Would you start Leon Bill tomorrow if he was available? Definitely. I would
Of
start
course,
Leon Bill
that is a
tomorrow.
must.
You know, as me always say, yes, me not say no perform for the national team, but I rather have a natural right winger playing in that position than like a Bobby Reed, you know, because I know that Liam Bailey still can offer more than a Bobby Reed. You know, me not say overall performance, not good in the past or whatever the case is, but there's still that hope that things can click with him. And when things do click with him, or if things click with him, if he was playing tomorrow, then you have a player that's going to destroy a team, like a Mexico or the defense of any other respective team. You get me? I say, so more definitely start Liam Bailey tomorrow if he was available. Drop the link in the comment section. People, that's just my opinion surrounding Michail Antonio. Dicanio have him opinion and respect everybody's opinion surrounding him, but just rather strike our sword was. And in fairness, yes, when I said the team not get up the pitch enough with the ball to like really get Michail Antonio involved, etc. But okay, I'm giving it that, but his overall gameplay still, people, is not good enough. His overall gameplay. You see me? I've seen strikers before where them not really score in a one game or them not really get on the end of chances or enough chances aren't being created. However, you still see where in terms of their hold up play, getting players involved, etc., them still have that. Them still offer that, you know. In terms of being disruptive to the defensive backline, they still do that with their physical presence, and Antonio is not doing that. When last have we watched a game where his physical presence is something that we look on and say, yo, you know, so Antonio really worked them defender, though. He really worked them defender across 60 or 70 minutes. Now, they can name one game where Michail Antonio used his physical prowess to really get at defenders and really disrupt the defensive backline that can allow players to get in behind. Name that one game in recent memory.
Bro, it's evident that you're not listening to me. So,
bro, may I ask you to name the game I talk about? Listen to you,
bro, I can't answer that question because I just explained and you have to ask a question where completely just a show say in a year one thing what I just say. I can't answer the question there. I literally answer the question there for you already, you know. Last year, we have not seen it in 2024. But just tell you that. But just tell you that we have not seen that in 2024. You know, listen. Somebody screws it in the ears.
Brother, you know, say recent times not for be this year, don't.
Bro, I have said it. I literally just explaining that thing that I'm going to tell you. Right? Last year, when it was Bailey, Gray, and Antonio, all three of them were excellent. And since the start of the turn of this year, when we have not seen them together, and the team appear change, that is when we are seeing the worst of Antonio. So why you ask me when last, when I tell you that already? When last was last year when the three of them did a play?
Eddie Guna say Antonio has been poor for us lately since the Gold Cup. He has struggled. And that's my point. Eddie Gunnar, that's why I said to the man, name, in recent times, name the game them with Antonio really, using physical prowess or physical strength to like really get at defenders, disrupt them. And from Gold Cup, the man, poor bad man. So at this, I actually go back to, even give you the Mexico game as well, bro. Because in the Gold Cup, we played a lot of long balls, etc. And Antonio couldn't offer himself a hold up the play. So Eddie Gunnar is right in that sense. I rewatch the game them, because they're on the CONCACAF website for last year in the Gold Cup. You see me, I say, some don't know what people are telling me, people, I only now watch about the game them free for watch my YouTube, The game them free for watch my YouTube. Which point last year Michail Antonio was good? Name
Brother, man did good, brother. Me remember Michail Antonio playing good. He was good when he was playing with Bailey and Gray.
Bailey if they good.
If you want to go find a match there, you have Fat Mob. Want to go find a match when he did a play with Bailey
Batman, the only one who did look good last year, them I agree. And probably one.
And Boza.
Before Canada last year, Boza, before them game, him did kind of struggle. Remember,
No man, remember say Boza in the entire calendar year last year, he was the top goal scorer. So it wasn't just the Canada game. The whole Nations League, the man did a fire. Remember, good man. Remember the smaller games when we play against Grenada and them other team there. But yeah, guys.
Right. You remember when you saw the at the team them time there?
Yeah.
And man, I said, which one must play a striker?
I remember no man said that.
Right. Some people that say which one must play a striker, but remember when Whisper did at the team.
Mm-hmm.
Some people that say Whisper must start over Nicholson. That's the time when Nicholson did kind of struggle in front of goal, and then he did start pick up goals. You get me? I say. So there was a period in time when nothing with that. Remember enough people that say Shema Nicholson must get bench because he's not scoring now. And me did even say, me rather play Nicholson because he's still finding himself and offering himself in goal scoring position. It's just that he need to find the back of the net. And that was last year. You get me? I say, which player we have can hold the ball like Michail Antonio? Bro, Michail Antonio never hold the ball properly.
What?
All right, we have one next call on here, guys. Bamid, go on.
Yeah, Akila. I see him. Akila did deny chat, man.
Oh, okay. Well, go on. Big up yourself. What you want to talk about?
See him Michail Antonio team. Like, bro, the man are the best. We can hold up the ball, to be honest, in my opinion. Nicholson can't hold up the ball like the man. Even if him not score, as we said before, the man, like, him contribute a lot to the team.
Bamid, can you stick up in, please?
Yeah.
They might say, so why people, I say Bailey don't perform, then when he plays, I'm going to try to fix this up in English. So why people say Bailey don't perform for his country, why none beat Antonio for not performing? Answer that in the comment section, people. Go ahead, Bamid.
Yeah, exactly that too. Them, all right. Yeah, them beat Bailey. They go beat Antonio too. But my ask the same question, would you start Bailey? My ask Tony and Tony say yes, right?
Yeah, but I start Bailey if he was available.
But I same thing for Antonio though. Same thing. Like give two of them the same ratings. Two of them in the Premier League. Antonio, I mean, probably not this season, but him been scoring goals for West Ham, and I like say, yo, it's a dead striker. Him have experience, him can hold the ball. So you say would I start Liam Bailey, start Antonio too. See how it go.
Before I answer that, Young King said, can't tell when last Antonio give us a good game. Football guru said Antonio was poor in the last Gold Cup. People were talking about his average play and lack of goals. They never might say on a bias. I guess the tide is turning. I guess sensible people start joining the stream. Although everybody's sensible to me, but still.
Bro, you know what the Damien them are not agree with you. So don't move like you want to.
And Bamid, all me say is,
Yeah.
all right, we can give Bailey and Antonio the same grace, right? However, if Leon Bailey clicks for the national team, he will offer more compared to Michail Antonio.
Antonio click. Come on. Let me tell you this.
If Leon Bailey transitions that Aston Villa form to the national team, you don't think that's getting more to the national team?
But you know, if Leon Bailey in our system, I get the best, that means Antonio will get the best too.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
That me I try explain to you now here, brother.
That's right.
If Bailey and Gray are perform at them best, in our front three, that means Antonio perform at him best too.
Because Cross is going to come in and the dog can score with him head. The man can score.
What you tell me?
Yeah, man.
Remember, say the whole problem now is the man now nobody are creating.
No.
And the man now get no quality crosses in the box. The man not get none of that.
Him a
So
fi
if
him a
you
fi a
want
job.
to look at me and tell me, say, Bailey at him best, Zine, or if Bailey a play at him best in this national team, Antonio not gonna be at him best too, something wrong, dog. You're sick in
Watch
the
out now.
head.
More while now watch a match them too. More while him all a drop. Him a drop all central. You see him central a come for ball. You know your center forward no fear come no central for now, but although more while yes when you now get it, but most of the time a central you see him a come for ball and a try. Him not get no ball up top. If you not get no ball as a striker, you know. For example, you play forward and you not get no ball. You know say yo the game I got dead for you. It a go dead. If you're not fully focused, you know say yo, alright, I get 2 ball, I go make something with it. But as a forward, you not get no ball, you just are dead. Same you not go, you get it at your foot, it a go bounce off, cause you been not get it. If you understand what I say.
No, me get where you stand. Even against Dominican Republic, me said to people say Antonio never have his best game, but it wasn't. Partially it was because of Michail Antonio, and also it was because of the system. To me, more so the system that we deployed against Dominican Republic, why it affects his gameplay. And I feel like oftentimes he may have to drift out of position because Bobby Reid now go hold with in a 4-4-2. So I'm always there forward in a disrupt Antonio. Antonio have to shift out to the right hand side, and obviously that's not his game. So we've seen at times where the system doesn't benefit a Michail Antonio, especially in that 4-4-2. And Hal Grimson was asked the question surrounding both Nicholson and Antonio playing in the system, and him say them need to get used to it. But coming up now, we have the the Copa America tomorrow. I mean, Hal Grimson can go pull one Gareth Southgate and talk about where experiment in the Copa America, You see me? So we have to find a system where everybody can slot in. You get me? I say, and not be experimenting. Would you agree?
Yeah. I agree with that, yes. I agree with that. But the next question, who no feel like are the best creator in the team?
Boy, Jamaica not the creators in the squad here right now, bro.
That more I know who are the best
This
creator.
squad here will have no creator.
Cause
Somebody
Bobby
have to
Reid-
step up. Let me tell you,
Bobby Reid-
that's one thing we can say.
Bobby
Somebody
Reid-
have to step up.
Bobby
Bobby
Reid
Reid,
is
yeah,
not no, he is not a creator to me, to be honest.
he's more of an IQ player. He's intelligent. He can move in a spaces will help the team. Look on all the goals they will score against America. Zine in a Nations League earlier this year. A Bobby Reid movement cause that from the throw-in. And just generally, him is a player where you don't want in a team, especially in an international competition. Him can calm down the game. Him can find spaces where in a half space and him make a thing there. But he's not a creator. It's not somebody who will get on the ball and force the ball through a backline.
Yeah.
Right?
I
So
would
I
need that.
don't see in this current team, I'm not talking about crop of players that we have available for Jamaica. I'm saying in this current team, we don't have any creators, and someone is going to have to step up in this tournament. And that someone we can look at is Casey Palmer. He was an attacking midfielder, in plays central for Jamaica. He has when he's on his game, he has that killer pass, he has that shot from outside of the box, and he has that bit of creativity. But in Jamaican colours, we have not seen it as yet. So somebody have to just step up.
And what me say with Casey Palmer, I think, Casey Palmer being in the national team in recent times, it not really helping because we play so deep that any player like a Casey Palmer just now going to really get on the ball to really show what they're about. You know what I mean? Against Dominican Republic, we should have seen that. No, sorry. Against Dominica, we should have seen that, but we never see that. You get me? I say, in the first game, he never play. But against a team like Mexico, I don't believe we'll be sitting back as much as how we did in the Nations League earlier this year, because remember we have beer injuries and suspension. You get me? I say, so they really depleted in that sense. Same thing with Panama. We never play how we play against the United States because we get back some of the players. But if we go out tomorrow playing the way that we did against United States of America, then you're not going to see Casey Palmer in that light, being on the ball, trying to create chances, But what I think is, in moments in the game, I think the coach must place more emphasis and responsibility on Casey Palmer in terms of taking responsibility with that ball. Brother, you be the shining light for the team. You demand the ball. You try to create something out of nothing. You try to find the pass. And the last thing I want to see tomorrow, people are Damian Lowe on the ball that try to find a pass. I do not want to see Damian Lowe. When you get the ball, give it to somebody else. You see me?
I know that you are going to see. You are going to see that.
But Bobby, let me ask you this question, right?
Yeah.
Pertaining to Damian Lowe, recently we've been at Lowe playing at the midfield, right?
Yeah.
Personally, we nearly have nobody else right now, right? So I just feel like we have to go that Damian Lowe. What do you think about Damian Lowe at the midfield tomorrow?
Well, me did watch him. I did watch him with Canada still, and it looked good. Watch him with that when him dep on an interview. Which interview him did dep on? I think with
Meeting the Mitchells, Wayne Marshall.
yeah, and he must say, yo, him been a plate, but you know when him reach professional level, him choose one, then him there now and him a try go up in a midfield now and do things. I mean, when me see him in a midfield, me did shock because me I said, Damian Lowe is not a ball angler, you see, the man the wild, the man the rough. So me I say, yo, I'm see look, and yo, I see him win some ball, I see him make some pass, and me I say, yo, I have to rethink. I mean, it can work, and it cannot work. I mean,
And one of them things where you just have to tip the scale, bro. Is
yeah,
either it go good or it just go bad. There's no in between. See?
yeah.
That is the thing with Lowe. And as Eddie said, Jamaica's best creator in this team is individual brilliance. Just like with Antonio do against USA, where the man just said, fuck it, I'll do it myself, and slam one from 30 yards and wrap out the mesh. Yeah, I one of them things that we are gonna need.
But with Damian Lowe at the midfield recently, it worked out, you know. It has been working out. I guess people only talk about like what will happen against better opponents. You know what I mean? That's the big question.
Yeah, because Mexico is a damn good team, boy. And
no, but another thing we do want to mention as well. This Mexico team is underwhelming. It's not the Mexico team that we've come to expect. There's no Irving Lozano, there's no Raul Jimenez, there's no what the next striker boy name again? I don't remember the next striker boy name now, but yeah, them goalkeeping section, Ochoa is not there. So them goalkeeping inexperience. Them backline really have a lot of experience. Them midfield only have Chavez and Alvarez. The rest of them are just be a youth. And them attack line is literally just Vega. Right? Marcelo Flores from Arsenal today, but he not prove himself in a Mexican national team yet. And is a shadow of the real Mexican team we only think about in our brain. So Jamaica really has a chance to really play our style of play against this Mexican team and know that them not have the quality like I heard.
What is our style of play though?
Hold on, bro.
What is our style of play?
Just allow me to talk now sometime we go cover it, you know.
Go ahead.
So yeah, if we just play the style of play, when we just address that. Sitting deep and hitting on the transition against this Mexican team that doesn't really have a lot of quality. Them love keep possession, but the quality not there. Them don't have that Irving Lozano. Them don't have that finisher like Raul Jimenez and the next striker boy. I can't remember his name right now. So it can play in our hands that we just allow them to keep the ball and we just inject at the right times and we just allow them to keep the ball and we win the ball and we transition well because they have an inexperienced goalkeeper, back line, forward line, everything. So it can work out for Jamaica. Zine, we just have to be focused. And I may have faith in the team. You know why? Because we have seasoned professionals. And like I said to Kishan off here, right? These players, just look at it like Manchester United. They have a poor season all throughout. But guess what? The last 3 or 4 games of the Premier League season, them say, yo, them arrest them players. Them done right off the season. But guess what? That game against Manchester United, a cup game, knockout competition.
Manchester City.
We have top players that can show up and perform on any given day. Maybe throughout the league, we have it to keep up, but we can perform on that day. And Jamaica now has quality professional players that if them show up on a given day, we can hurt the opposition. So we just have to believe.
Bobby, big up your sister. I get somebody else on. Bobby, by the way, which club is support?
Arsenal.
Okay.
Yeah, kill line, bro. Make sure you subscribe to Gunners. You know, we have some awesome content.
I'm a boss.
Big up.
Get ball on. Hey, yesterday a while ago, I'm in a rate. How is it now? Yeah, yo, you can't make comparison between United and Reggae Boyz. You're a madman, brother.
I'm not ready, brother.
We stay with an FA Cup.
I still think that alone in the truth, brother. Emirates FA Cup, you know. Don't forget that.
Season.
Emirates FA Cup name. Don't forget that.
Yo, Bala, big up yourself. Which club is
our FA Cup that, bro? We have the most FA Cup. So don't forget that.
Which club is support?
Alright. Yeah, you hear me alright?
Yeah, which club is support?
Yeah, man. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Big up.
Yeah, man. Blessing to see another week. City is my side, you know.
All right, come on, please.
Yeah, man. Come on, Big. Come on, clear. Come on.
So, you know, the view is looking very nice down the table, you know. So,
Yo, Travis Pessoa, big up yourself. Let me take Travis coming before. 1 second, let me take Travis coming. Antonio is a striker. His job is to score goals, not to hold up play. I mean, Travis, what Dicanio will tell you depends on the system. Bro, I don't care which system the striker play now. The striker needs to score.
Giroud never score a goal for France. So you cannot say it no matter the system where you mean.
Yo, before we even move on, people, once again, please, my begging, smash up the like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. And if you feel...
I'm watching how we make ball attack. But don't want your inter, my bro.
All right.
The man talk.
If you feel kind of, can drop us a super chat. But Butler, take the floor now, go on.
yeah, man. So I just want to give my take on the game tomorrow. To be honest, I think the way how we're going to win this game tomorrow is we're going to have to be strong defensively. I know Mexico aren't at their best, but even when they're not at their best, we know that they can punish us. They've done it in the past. And the only advantage that we have is that this is a better team. This is a better team. We have better players. I would say we have a better coach as well from the previous times we played in Mexico. So I think the first things first, we have to be solid at the back. 5 at the back is a guarantee. 3 at the back when we're going forward, 5 at the back when we're defending. Then the next thing we have to do is just keep the solidity at the back, and then when we get forward, we have to transition quickly. So the wing play is key, in my opinion. Wing play is key. Gray on the left, and I don't think he's going to start Sivas. I think Sivas will be on the bench as a super sub, and Bobby Reed will go on the right. But the question that I'm not sure if you had talked about this is whether him start coach Antonio or Boza, because he's going to have to make a decision as to whether he want Boza or Antonio up top if I'm going to play this formation here, right? Because the other option is to go 3-5-2, but that would mean that Gray would have to be a left wing back, or Reed can be a right wing. Exactly. So he might have to make that decision there. I would start Antonio, but Boza is in such red hot form right now. He's kind of undroppable, right? And then you have the back three, which is going to be even tougher to pick. It's a nice situation to have, you know. This is a perfect situation for any coach to have so much players to pick from, so much quality players. But I wouldn't want to pick. But if I had to pick, I would go for the back three. If I could give my lineup, I can give my lineup or
Go ahead.
So I would go through Wait, even though I kind of rate Boys Clark, but Wait have more experience. I go with Wait, Lembikisa right back, Pinnock, Latibadair, Bernard, Lay, midfield, Low have to go in the midfield. Let's just be real. They have to go in there. Him have to go in there because nobody else. And then this one is probably one that most people might change their opinion on. Keroy with Low. And the reason why is because Palmer is not a tackler. Because you were just talking about creativity a while ago. Palmer is a creative player, you know?
Yeah.
Palmer is a creative player, but
we have not played to beat.
Yeah, but the problem is that the formation that we're playing and the system that we're playing, it doesn't suit him at all. So when he's going to play in the center of the midfield, him can't tackle. You know how much time you see the man try a tackle or try push a man down and him fall on the floor and him slip? That's not his game. He needs to be further up the pitch. You know, like where Ravel did play when in the there. But he's not that type of player. So I would put Keroy in there. Him better at the tackle. Him can get the ball forward and can hold on to the ball good. Retention, right? So I put him in.
Mm-hmm.
And then up top. No. Then we get up top. Then we'll just go with Gray, Antonio, Reed, Bobby Reed.
And I think this is another thing as well where we have to call out England coach as well. I don't want Grimmy to be like Southgate. Sometimes you just have to sacrifice a player for just make the system work. So if we are going to play with like a 3-5-2 with a Boza and what name? And Antonio, then you just have to bench Gray and maybe switch up the system if that now work and
Bench them, I
you can
agree.
set one striker,
Them,
right?
Bench
You
them, I
have to
agree.
just put Grape on the bench and maybe play Casey Palmer in behind him.
People, you hear this madness.
And you know you have your Carl Anderson and your Low.
People,
Bro, but
you hear
it
this
just
madness.
yeah, it is madness, but at the end of the day, the system are the system. So
But
if you want to play with if you want to play with wing backs and you want to play both Boza and Antonio in a back three, you can't play Gray, bro. So if you want to play two of them in a back three,
you end up in the same of those. But let me tell you this, right? Against Mexico last year, watch the game, we lose against them. You see, in the transition, we were good. But you know what let us down, Baller? Our final ball. Oftentimes, Bobby Reed, Leon Bailey, and quite a few others did get the ball. But that final pass in behind the defense, it was poor. You know, either we overhit it or we underhit the pass or the ball or whatever the case is. You get me? I say? And in those moments, if we can get that final ball going, to get in behind the defense with pacey players like Cephas and Demar Gray, then I think we can beat Mexico tomorrow. Because I don't see how else we play against Mexico tomorrow. And even against what you call the team Canada play last night, right? Mona really said Canada they play in transition because I feel like Canada was very bold in terms of how they play. But oftentimes when they hit Argentina on the counter-attack with Anfolta Davis down that left-hand side, in those moments, them getting behind the defense, but the only thing we let down Canada last night was them shooting. They left the shooting boots at home. But that final ball, they actually, a lot of the times, they got that final ball to the respective players. It's just that they couldn't score last night. So Jamaica will just have to make use of the opportunities that we get in moments. You get me, I say?
all that thought. But just want to address people in my comments. Guys, I don't want Gray for bench. I don't want Gray for bench. We'll just put that out there. I'm just saying, if a coach wants to play both strikers and as also want to play a back three system, you have to sacrifice a winger. It's just
Yeah, it's really the Demar Gray. The same.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I say you're not supposed to play two in our back three system. You get what I say now? You're not supposed to play two in our back three system like that, because you have to go bench Gray, and we know that we cannot bench Gray. So the two up top in the back three system does not make any sense. That's basically what I was trying to say, guys. For those who did not get it.
Give your last one. Can I grab up now?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, like, watching the Copa America last night, with Argentina and Canada, it was very, I don't know why, but it was encouraging to see the Canadian performance. Yeah, the Canadian performance was actually encouraging as a Jamaican, because it does show that for me, this competition, this tournament is going to be tough for every team. No team is going to have an easy game, but it does mean that we have a potential to cause some upsets. So the Mexico, Venezuela, Ecuador, I'm not say them are look, no say for a fact, them are looking at us as easy 3 points, right? But most rankings that I have seen of pages for this tournament in the preview has Jamaica as a top 10 to win the whole thing. I'm not sure if you've seen BR Football, but they had us in the top 10 to win the whole thing. And I think we were put above Ecuador. I think we might have been put above Mexico too.
To win it?
So there is to win it, yeah. So there is an expectation. Well, yeah, true. And
I would them win it, America don't.
Yeah. But you know, I think them clearly see us as a bit of a threat, you know. But I think if we can just go there tomorrow and put our best 11 out there and play our best football, whether that's putting 10 men behind the ball or what, I think we can get 3 points, and I think we can even win this group.
Oh, wow. That's a big statement. Mexicans will
You think we can win the group, Presser?
But I feel we can win it over Ecuador, but I think we can go through in a second.
Ecuador, this tournament for Ecuador is a big tournament because they have a lot of young players. So, like, this is what you could say is forming into a golden generation for Ecuador. If you look at a lot of the players and a lot of the young and upcoming players that they have as well. So this tournament is really important for Ecuador. You know, them have man like you said and them people there, you know. We have one you just got Chelsea recently. Paez, Mexico, they're rejuvenating, right? As Dicanio said, not the same Mexico. Jamaica, could you say this is our golden generation? I wouldn't say it's our golden generation to be honest. It's one of our best generations, right? So it's a very important tournament for us as well. So we have to make use of it. But in terms of winning the group, I'm not gonna say it's unrealistic, but it's a tough ask. Can we make it out of the group? We can. If we beat Mexico tomorrow, or we get a draw, then there's a strong possibility that we can make it out of the group. I'm not sure why we win the group.
All right, I will second that, you know, but I just definitely see us getting out of this group, you know. I forget say Ecuador, they have as you said, those young group of players. But I was reading something on them, and I think they were saying that Ecuador is one of those only few CONMEBOL teams that don't really have a lot of very good history in this tournament.
Yeah, but the thing is,
So-
them just go World Cup recently.
And you know, they played some good football. I remember watching them in the opening game against Qatar, and I thought they were good, but didn't they finish bottom of that group, or they finished third?
How did they in a Qatar group in the World Cup?
I don't
Netherlands.
remember. Netherlands.
Ecuador
I
and
I think
Oh,
both
man,
of them.
yeah.
Senegal.
Is a team
Senegal.
that they're
Yeah, man, them
forming
finished rock
into
bottom.
something. They get
Or no, it's third.
It's a team that's forming into something. So I'm not gonna say Ecuador are not good. Is what I say? But
No,
sure
I'm
enough,
not say that
Ecuador-
at all. I'm not say
Yeah.
Ecuador
No, I
is a
just put it
good
in the
team.
comment section.
Yeah.
But sure enough, say them better than Jamaica. You get me? I say.
Well,
we can
the
say that
ball
we're
is wrong, you know.
debating. And as
The
we say,
ball is
pertaining to
wrong.
Venezuela, when I was here the last time, I said if Venezuela team is as bad as the country's economy, then we can beat them, right? And what the Euros has shown us, and as I say, the Canadian performance yesterday was an inspiring performance, especially for CONCACAF teams, that upsets can happen in these major international tournaments. You get me? I say. So I think
Venezuela now have NC so on Randon.
so. We should be confident going into this tournament. You get me? I say. Cause anything can happen. Any ball game can play upon the day. You get me? I say. So hopefully, the history of Mexico beating us can be a motivating factor going into tomorrow's game. I mean, no say the game up here in Houston, the Mexican them backyard basically. No, none of them are going to the game. Argument to say, say a lot of Jamaicans won't be there, but hopefully we can hopefully the Jamaicans can show it and whatever the case is. But we could take it one game at a time still. As I say, hopefully we can get a good performance tomorrow. Better than Dominican Republic, for sure. You get me? I say. But Bala, big up yourself still.
Big up.
Yeah, man. And just one last question:
Yeah.
Aren't we on the same side of the bracket as Argentina?
What do you mean?
Latina here,
The same bracket.
Yeah. So no, because I mean, there was this thing where Argentina said Argentina is on the easier side of the competition. So if
Oh,
they were
is
to
it?
get to the final, their road
So
there
I
is
try
easier.
to say that FIFA try to give Messi an next trophy.
No, man, I said that at all. I just
No,
said
Argentina
the
is side,
bracket.
Bala.
Yeah, man.
Tell you that you.
So you can, so you can imagine my situation, yeah. But no, I'm
Like
just
you
the one
want,
that was
that's it makes sense now why you want Jamaica. You're so confident with Jamaica to go through. Like you'd go to match. Like you want to see a Jamaica Argentina.
no man. But
Alright.
but real talk. I want to know what side of the bracket with it on because me know it's a bracket.
And my
Tournament.
last point to add before we go to Hallgrimson, he did go to the World Cup with Iceland. He did qualify them for the World Cup. He was assistant manager at the time when they went to the Euros. So you see, in the Nations League, we finished third. We had a good performance against the United States. Unfortunate that Kohlberg scored a own goal, right? So he has shown his strengths in these tournaments, in international tournaments, the Nations
And
League.
we also beat Panama. Never do you really expect
Yeah,
to
we
go
beat Panama.
beat Panama.
Against in the Gold Cup. To be honest, the group did easy. In all honesty, we should have beat United States. The Mexico performance wasn't good. But Hallgrimson, this is his bread and butter in terms of international tournaments, you know. I know so them never make it out of them group in the World Cup, but still he brought Iceland to that World Cup. So with all these contributing factors, playing in the Copa America, I think he relishes the opportunity of really doing something like making it out of that group, especially when you have like Mexico, who is not the same Mexico of old. When you have a Venezuela, I haven't watched Venezuela, so I don't know how good they are, right? I know that Ecuador, they have brilliant players. It's a better team than us. But this is his bread and butter. This is what Coach Jaime Hallgrimson has lived for his entirety of his life so far. He's really done no club so far in his career, if you check the stats. You get me? I say, most of his time, it has been spent with countries, Iceland and now Jamaica. You get me? I say? So it's a big tournament for Coach Jaime Hallgrimson, but brother, big up yourself still.
Yeah, man, big up, Presser. Big up Dicanio.
Yeah, man, up, bro.
And people, before we end, once again, just smash up the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. And people, last thing I'm gonna say, I could be confident for tomorrow. The game I play, I think 7 o'clock Jamaica time. Yeah, 8 o'clock my time. So I think most of the Copa America game now are playing at the night, So Chile versus Peru play tonight. I'm gonna watch them.
8 p.m. Jamaica time.
At 8 p.m. Jamaica time? Oh, yeah, see. Sitting there. Where you call the youth? Alexis Sanchez did get called up for Chile?
Yeah, man. So you see man take picture up on IG. Number 10. Why man take it 10 and a 7 in wear?
John, no. Take some more comments. Connect me. Big up yourself. Errol Hill, big up yourself as well. 1-1, big up yourself. 1-1 sound like a Chinese Jamaican. But big up on yourself. But before I head out, I could give you the big bad outro.
It's time to rise up. Stand and take your place. Rise up.
Shine